Hey there, it's Steve from Serious Keto, and in this video, we're going to make some Chalpi Kebab. Chalpi Kebab is a popular street food in Afghanistan, and unlike traditional kebabs, it's not made by chunks of meat on skewers. Rather, it's more like a smash burger of sorts, heavily seasoned smash burger, but not overpoweringly so. To give credit where credit is due, this recipe is only a slight modification / ketofication of a recipe in the most recent Milk Street magazine. One of the things that I love about Milk Street is so many of their recipes, because of their international origins, are fairly low carb or easy to make low carb or keto, and this is certainly the case with the Chalpi Kebab. So without any further ado, let's just get to making these things. We'll start with one medium onion, which we will slice in half. We'll save one half of it for garnish. The other half we are going to very finely dice. We want the dice to be especially fine on this because we don't want any chunks breaking off of our kebab and into the oil as we're cooking it. Into a bowl, and then we will take our other half of onion and very thinly slice it. A hand mandolin makes short work of this. Into another bowl, and then we will set both of our onions aside. Next, 2 to 3 medium cloves of garlic, which we will smash with the side of a knife, peel, and then finely mince. If you want to use jarred garlic, I recommend using 1½ teaspoons. Then we have 2 jalapeno peppers, which we will stem, seed, and very finely mince. For our cilantro, grab a great big fistful, maybe a fistful and a pinch. We don't have to be super accurate on this. Just be aware that when we get done finely chopping it, we want to have about 1/2 cup of cilantro. If you're not a fan of cilantro, and it seems that people are pretty divided on cilantro, you can either just leave it out of this recipe, or you could sub in some flat leaf parsley. Next, we will take 1 teaspoon of coriander seed, which we will lightly crush. We don't want to turn this into powder, just sort of flakes. Then we will take 1 large egg, which we will beat with the pogo whisk very rapidly. I love this tool. And then, in a medium-sized bowl, we have 1 pound or 450 grams of 80% lean ground beef. To this, we will add our jalapeno, our onion, our cilantro, and our garlic, some of which is being bashful and sticking to the bowl. Then we'll add our coriander, 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne powder, 1 teaspoon of garam masala, 3/4 teaspoon of sea salt, and about 1/4 teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper. I'm going to mix this with my hand while wearing a glove, mostly just to keep it from sticking to my fingers. We'll give it sort of a rough mix, and then add 3 tablespoons of lupini flour. I'm a big fan of the Aviate brand. I will include a link to it down below in the description, along with a 20% off coupon code. Then we'll add our beaten egg, and mix again by hand until all of the egg and flour are thoroughly incorporated. There's a lot of sort of punching and squeezing and rolling around here. Sounds like I'm describing an MMA match. You'll know you're done when the meat holds together in a ball and pretty much clears the sides of any onion or jalapeno. Next, we're going to portion that big ball into 8 smaller balls. A number 18 disher will give you 8 pretty much perfectly proportioned balls. Then I'm going to oil up my hands so that I have no stickage, and then form each of these scoops into a big meatball. Once I'm done, I'm going to wash my hands, and then we'll put this tray in the fridge for at least 30 minutes or up to overnight. To a 12-inch or larger cast iron skillet over medium-high heat, we're going to add 1/4 cup of avocado oil. Unfortunately, I got confused and turned off the camera at this point, so you don't actually see me add the oil. You don't also hear me say that you should wait until the oil is shimmering and then add 4 of your meatballs. But that's what happened. And here we are with the camera back on again, and I am smashing each of the meatballs down into a patty. The spatula is sticking a little bit as I smash these down, but I figured out a better way to do this on my second batch of 4 kebabs. We'll let these fry on the first side for 3 to 5 minutes. Then we'll flip them over. Now, as you look at all these, this is the sort of crust we want. This one, probably going to have to do over on the other side again. Another 3 to 5 minutes, and we will take these and remove them to a cookie sheet. We'll then tent them with some aluminum foil, and I like to put it in an oven on low just to keep them warm. Now for the next 4 kebabs, here's my new trick. 1 ball at a time, then I dip my spatula down in the oil before smashing it. Comes off quite a bit more smoothly. I'll repeat with each of the other 3 meatballs, smashing them down and letting them cook for 3 to 5 minutes on the first side before flipping them and letting them cook for another 3 to 5 minutes on the next side. This really smells quite fantastic. And a little greasy, which also kind of smells fantastic. Just like before, we'll let them go for 3 to 5 minutes on the second side before removing them to that cookie sheet, which I will put back in the oven while I prep my kebab delivery mechanism. In terms of the delivery mechanism for these, I think that you could do a number of different things. If you wanted, you just put them on a plate and top them with whatever you want to top them. Pretty much anything that you would put on Middle Eastern food goes well on this. So hummus, tahini, tzatziki, tomatoes, onions, black olives, feta, any of that stuff. Or if you wanted, you could make a lettuce wrap, put this in some Boston bib type lettuce. You could put it on a bun and eat it like a burger. Or you could put it on your favorite naan or tortilla or flatbread. I'm going to use the Egg Life tortillas when I make mine. We'll start with the aforementioned Egg Life tortilla, to which I will add a couple tablespoons of my lupini keto hummus. And I'll link to that recipe right up here. Next we have our kebab patties, 2 of them, a little tzatziki, and I got a recipe for that as well, which I will link to right where I'm hovering the spoon here. Then we have some of our thinly sliced red onion, some cilantro if you like cilantro, or no cilantro if you don't like cilantro. And if you don't mind just a little bit of carb, some diced tomato. Time to fold this up and give it a taste test. That is so good that I really hate to set this down and give you my feelings on it. It's, wow. I'm gonna have another bite. First off, texturally, it is just a treat. That crust on the outside of that burger is just, it's delightful. The flavoring on it is not as overpowering as some Middle Eastern dishes can be. It's a really, really interesting fusion, sort of Indian flavor and Middle Eastern flavor, probably because, you know, Afghanistan is sandwiched right in the middle of all that. I really just want to end this video right now because I want to go back and finish eating that thing. That is really good. So let me just say that if you like this video, click that like button. If you're not a subscriber already, tap the subscribe button, then hit the bell and turn on all notifications. And lastly, if you'd like to help support the Serious Keto Test Kitchen, click the join button and see what memberships and perks are all about. Thanks for watching.